Hurricane Ian, cell phone service was nearly non-existent across the Gulf Coast.
And as we get closer to the peak of hurricane season this year, John Joyce, the CEO of CRS Technology and Consultants, is here to help explain ways we can send and receive text during and after a storm. Thank you for joining us.
John, welcome back.
Happy always.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about after Hurricane Ian. I mean, I personally remember cell phone, email address, phone calls, text messages, nothing could get through.
We were in the Stone Ages, right? We
It was
looked up
incredible.
and suddenly, we're in a pre-cell phone world in a moment. It was a powerful storm. We think about, when just a regular thunderstorm rolls through the area, we have power flickers, internet outages, things like that. But after a hurricane, major infrastructure gets impacted. Cell towers, things like that. And then we have to remember these wireless devices, the truth of a wireless technology is there's a wire behind it. So, we walk around and we think there's just this magical connection to outer space where we get internet and TV and phone from. Really, there's a cell tower with fiber and data and electricity, all these things. These are all things that can be impacted by the storm. So when the power goes out, when there's flooding, when generators fail, when the infrastructure behind the technology fails, we're back in time.
So we bringing back the landline?
I hope not. Well, funny enough, there have been times where that's all that works, right? And as those old telephone lines are becoming more and more scarce, we have to think about how do we stay in touch when the technology disappears.
So is there something you can buy? I know after Hurricane Ian, a lot of people changed the way they prepare for storms. Are there ways you can keep your device charged and operating? Or I know we recommend weather radios so people can get vital information, but what do you recommend so that people can stay in touch? It's scary when you lose contact during those situations.
There's kind of the proactive and the reactive stuff, right? There's things we can do before the storm arrives. Contact family members in advance and let them know where you're going to be sheltering. Send your text messages before things get crazy. On the other end of it, it is about, how long and how do I stay connected? So if the power goes out, make sure your phone is charged all the way to 100 until the power goes out. That extra 10 or 20% can mean hours on the other end of the storm. Have spare batteries, and I don't mean double A's like in a flashlight. These actual, chargeable power banks that can charge a single phone many times over, keep a laptop going, or use your other devices. That laptop sitting on the table that's useless because the internet's out has a giant battery in it that can be used to charge your phone many times over. Then on the connectivity side, we learned about things like Starlink on the other side of Ian and other, cell technologies that while your little phone may not work, something with a much larger antenna could potentially pick up a cell tower, more miles away.
And those options have really expanded in recent years. I think the last time you were here, you and I spoke about, what is it, low RAV radio? Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Where you can use it from your phone or your computer and you can send texts that will jump to people who also are connected to that.
Cover great distances. The other one is, modern iPhones and Android phones from the last couple of years, many models have built-in satellite radios as well. So the idea being, you're definitely not going to send a video or a photo, but you can send emergency messages, send your location, contact first responders, who, by the way, they're also dealing with the same problems we are after a storm. So the other thing we have to remember too is only send the important stuff. Posting to Instagram can probably wait till the lights come back on. Make sure that the bandwidth that is available is reserved for the emergency messages you need to try to get out, that your friends and neighbors need to try to get out, but also so that firefighters and EMS and police can do what they need to do after a storm.
I was going to say, that's another big part of this whole thing. In the aftermath of a hurricane, you don't want to overwhelm the existing infrastructure that emergency personnel are using for ongoing rescue efforts.
What infrastructure is available is going to be limited. Thankfully, there are technologies in place that do reserve parts of Spectrum and other backhaul systems for things like FirstNet and networks that are dedicated to those first responders. But again, the carriers are fighting the same aftermath that we are. So there's little things that we can do that all add up to make those recovery efforts a lot more effective.
And I guess if I had one last question for you, on this topic, it would be, as far as, your hurricane prep kit, what would you say are some, essential items to have technology-wise to give you an edge?
Batteries. Again, it is a paperweight if it's not charged. So that's the big one. Solar generators have actually become, far less expensive and far more available. And you're not going to run your refrigerator off of them, but the days after a storm that we sometimes wait for power, you can throw a few inexpensive cells out in your backyard and charge phone, charge critical electronics that way. These are low-cost items that can have a big impact after the storm.
I actually did a story on those recently. It's fascinating how
really
far
cool.
that's come.
Yeah. So maybe leave that, don't resort to the messenger pigeon just yet.
Not quite yet, but keep options around.
Yeah, keep your options open.
And certainly talk about the possibility of the technology failing. I know that was really scary for a lot of people after Ian, just not being able to contact their loved ones. And I know in the future, the possibility of that technology going down will just kind of you can brace for that.
Yeah.
John, thank you so much.
Anytime.
And for more tech tips and insight, as always, you can visit the Gulf Coast News app. CRS Technologies also hosts the weekly Solid State podcast covering all the latest tech trends. We'll have those links on our Gulf Coast News app and website.